Well, good morning. This is a live expired call session. As we start off, this is going to be pretty fun. We've done this before, and we get all kinds of uh, results and responses from sellers who are calling, and we'll do some highlights on this. But really, we're going to go over um, some of the things that uh, are some of the best techniques, some of the programs that we're using, some of the scripts, and I'll provide access to all these. But I always have my scripts with me. In the old days, of course, we used to use the MLS, and we would pull up all the expireds in a certain area for a certain day or days, and we would reverse engineer and look up those numbers. Somehow we'd find somebody's number somewhere. A lot of times they'd be posted by the agents, the owner of record of the home or property, but now it's all changed. So I think RedX was the first to come in. That's a great system. I've used it before many times. It used to have the Mojo dialer attached to it. Then Mojo and RedX, they separated. Mojo brought their own data system in, and RedX had their Storm dialer, and then Vulcan 7. They'd come on the scene, and that's what I'm currently using now. So Vulcan 7 has some unique features that I like. I haven't used RedX in the last, couple of years, something like that. So I know they've changed some features, but certainly Vulcan 7 is what we're going to be utilizing. And so I'm going to log into that. I do like to have the I like to start at 8 a.m. and I like to get my calls in right out of the chute at 8, because a lot of people are calling. In the last 2 years, when properties just put on the market, they were sold. You'd be a for sale by owner. You roll the car down at the end of the street, put a sign in it, that thing's sold. So there weren't a whole lot of expireds, but now that the market shifted a little bit, we're looking at month supply of inventory has certainly increased from under 1 month to 3 to 4 sometimes, and depending areas and price range, we're looking at an even buyer seller's market right now. So sellers have had to reduce the price. The graph that they were projecting their price to sell at, or their home to sell at, is no longer on that graph, and they've had to moderate it if they're looking to sell or if they're going to sell. And those sellers who have done that have moderated their price to the new graph of the market, and those who haven't wound up at expired. So I'm going to try to share my screen here, and I'm not sure if anybody else is on Google Meets. It doesn't look like that, but I'm not sure how to pause studios. This is my first time working with Google or with YouTube Live. And so I'm going to see if there's any way to pause this. Hasn't been something I've done before, but after that little introduction, I'm going to see how I can share my screen, which says share. That's sharing my screen. And my assistant just walked in. She's not really my assistant. Only in my own mind, she's my assistant. Hello.
Hello.
We are on YouTube Live. You are live.
Mine with 93 followers.
I don't even have a follower. It looked like somebody just came in. Wow, that's amazing. But we're going to jump on this Vulcan 7 here. If anybody knows how to share the screen, yes. Oh, thank you. Oh no, the graph is by the sink there. So in a normal production, that would never happen. We would edit that out. But since we're live, and I really need to share my screen, I've never done this, so I'm gonna try this. Manage. I should be able to share my screen somehow. Stream manage, because I need to put in our Vulcan 7. Right, you've got 30 seconds before someone jumps in and out. That's classic. I love that. That just shows that you need to be better on this. People talk, send feedback. This will be edited out, I'm sure. And let's see here. Live, there's a way to share my screen. I know there is. And let's see here. Manage, good grief. In stream edit. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 second. Share screen. YouTube live. Look at this. I do not have my ability to share my screen. So what I'm going to do, as I'm on Google Meets, I am going to record my screen. I need an encoder, it looks like. So let's see here. I can share my screen this way. Okay. So I'm going to record, and it will allow me to share my screen at your entire screen here. So I can share that in Google Meets, and if anybody wants to come in to Google Meets, what I can do is share this. Okay, well, the next record will have this, but as we go live with sharing with the screen recorder, you will be able to see this as I think I can edit YouTube. This will be maybe a multifaceted recording here, but unfortunately on YouTube Live, I cannot share my screen unless I have an encoder. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my Google Meets, and I'm just going to I could cast this meeting, but I'm going to share, give you the link on this, and we will be able to start the dialer here. I'm just going to place this in the chat box. So going on Google Meets, and I'm going to return it. So if anybody wants to jump in there, but I'm going to have my phone on me, and anybody who's listening will be able to hear these calls on Expired Lives and kind of figure out what I do on these scripts. I have a modification of a script that I go through, and I use the Vulcan 7 system, as I said before. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm pulling up the date for today of the expireds. We can do some role plays on these scripts, but basically, I just go right down the line of the script of a modification of a Mike Ferry script. And, I really don't let objections get in the way of going through some of the questions. The main goal that I'm looking to do is set an appointment. And that's all I'm looking to do, because once I set an appointment, the system and the processes that we have to sell homes will sell the home. I can share that as well. But what I want to do is I want to get the appointment. So at any time in the conversation where I have broken ground that I can create a relationship, or we are on some equal level through the questions that I'm asking, and I'll go through a complete question with somebody who answers the phone. But once I get to that point where I can ask them when they plan on interviewing the right agent for the job, I'm going to do that when I feel that's there. And then I'm going to move myself into the position of setting the appointment. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put today's date in. I had yesterday's. I do have a video from yesterday. It's pretty funny. I got called an MF, and you know what? Getting called names and people yelling at you is a good thing. And the reason why is because if you can handle that, the others who can't, because there's so many people calling, typically are going to back out, and it just levels a playing field, or it's a natural attrition. So for me, if there's 3 people in a room and 2 get yelled at and 2 run and I'm the only one left, hey, that's a good thing. It's just me and whoever I need. So here's I'm going to update my search. And so this Vulcan 7 system is pretty cool because it pulls in all the data. They say it has more data than any of the programs, but they're really getting the data from the same source. RedX has a system where they have like an expired plus. So you get the expires and you get some data, which is some phone numbers, but the expired plus gives you more data on the expired. I really haven't tried that yet, but wow, it says on February 1st that we have 256 expireds. This is crazy. So I should let's see if I can send this chat. Why won't chat send? Send my chat. But this is going to be a fun day. Let's see here. All right, come on now. Really, could I not chat myself? Live chat. Remember that. Okay. Remember to guard your privacy, and my privacy is guarded. It's my chat that's not. They've overguarded my chat. So I'm trying to get this chat in the YouTube live. I am recording this, and I hope it went. Anybody see it? Can somebody raise their hand if they see the chat going out? And let's do this. Okay, so I'm doing a chat to a Google Meet. So because some reason, well, you would think, look at that, it went. Well, you have to hit it about 5 or 6 times, it looks like, huh? Great, Dave. So that's a Google Meet joining link if you wanted to get in there and look at that. Feel free to come on in because it's recording the screen as well. And you can see in that link the 256 expireds that we're going to start hammering out today. I hope I have enough saliva that I can continue without my mouth swelling up like I soaked it in a bag of what's that, alum, whatever that stuff is. It soaks it, that squeeze your mouth together. All right, so here we go. Begin dial session. So if you're on Google Meets, you should be able to see this, and but you can certainly hear some of these callers that I'm going to go through. This will be fun. So I set this up already in Vulcan 7 to how I like the buttons. Feel free to give me a comment, or if you want me to help you out setting up your Vulcan 7, I can do that. So what it does is it gives you a caller ID. I can and then once I submit ready to call, it'll allow me to call. And so I'm going to go ahead and call the number that it says on the screen. And then when I do that, I'm put on speaker here.
Thank you.
And this is like going back to the Stone Age. Okay, so you heard that. I hit the start button, and it just starts dialing. So we'll see what we get. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight some of the calls. So anybody who connects, I mean, it takes a while to call through. And anybody that connects with, in some of the things, like I said, I got called an MF yesterday, and I'll have some of those highlights on there. So I can see. And so what happens is, as it runs through this, it has a list of numbers on the screen, and it just blows through these things. and the screen, there's like a bar down below, so it remains yellow while it's dialing, and then if somebody happens to connect, whether it's a voicemail or a live person, any connection, it turns to green. So when I see that turn to green, I'm going to shut up. I'll probably shut up here in a minute anyways, because I'm running out of saliva. So I try to let it just ring 3 answers. This one's Hall Investments LLC. They're usually working. And you can see all the agent information now. Call It Closed Realty. We got a contract that's closed. Supposed to close today with Call It Closed. We're representing the seller, and the agents from Call It Closed is representing the buyer. But sometimes, so if I don't get anything off 3 rings, I don't wait. And I have my scripts here so that I can just definitely reference. If we could.
Please leave your message for.
Okay. So I have automatic messages that I can drop if I wanted to, but I don't leave any messages on the voicemail on an initial call. I just have a button that I've created called voicemail VM personal for voicemail personal, and it basically throws a note in with a timestamp, and it says left personal LPVM, which is I shorten everything that I can. And hello.
You have reached 940-565-9147. Sorry I can't take your call right now, but if you'll.
So I will note, and I also have folders that are set up so that I can throw hot leads in. And hot leads to me are those that they're not appointments, because I have a separate folder for that, or those that I need to call back. I'm scheduling a specific appointment for a day I need to call them back, or if I've set an appointment, of course, I'd have that day set up. But if I find their name or their information that I know as a connection, I'll delete all the other numbers, and I will save that person as a hot. Hi, Mr. Furman.
Please leave your message for 972415110.
Okay, so again, I don't leave or drop any voicemails. I blow through these things as best I can, and my goal is to reach people live, and can you get me the charger? I had it in the room here. I left my charger. I think. Oh, this guy's sure to answer. So we are seeing how these calls go. I can't. Leslie, good morning. I have a bad connection. Oh, hi. Good morning, Leslie.
56122213003 is not available.
Just keep going down the line here. Good morning, Leslie. I will provide the recording. Sorry for the tech difficulties. Yes, I'm staying the call. I'm still here. Thank you. We are. Well, I could have sworn that guy would have answered. So, well, let's get to the next one here. This guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mobile numbers associated with him. It's Huule, Huule, and the wife or the other, I don't know wife or not, but the other person on the tax is, well, they have it as Song, Suong MAI. So, hello again. So we're just blowing through these. This person, I guess the name, since it's such a very unique name, given the colloquialism and naming conventions, I guess, is it brought up like 5 mobile numbers associated with it. Maybe he's done all sorts of stuff. I don't know, but as we get down the line in numbers, typically in the Vulcan 7 system or really any other system, Red X, the numbers become less and less attributed to the seller we're trying to call. So sometimes after I get like the 6 number down or something, I will just skip the contact and I will continue down. So let's see here. I know this is live. I hope you just don't see my grill the entire time because that's got to be boring. Oh, thank you. But since there are, well, this one pulled up 541 contacts. So there were 256 expires today. That's crazy. Hello? Good morning.
At the tone.
Okay. So I just hit voicemail personal. I know it's Mike. Now there's a title that I put Mike, and then I am going to change the folder that it goes into, and I'll have this tomorrow for where I can get an encoder on here. I didn't know I needed an encoder. I'm not a YouTube guy. I just thought I'd start doing this. But I created a folder called EX Hot, and I have all the months: EX Hot January, EX Hot February, March, etc. And so if I know their name or some contact, I can go back to them when I don't have 250 calls to make and go through that hot folder, and I can just go, hey, that's the number, and I will. If there's only one number, it looks like there's 6 or 7 numbers up here. But if that's the number, I'll pretty much eliminate all the other numbers and go through and be able to have him on basically speed dial. So, but since there's another person, Donna, on tax, I'm going to continue to see maybe if I can get a hold of Donna, and let's see if we can get her to yell at me. Yeah, we like the yellers. Like I said, it keeps people away. It keeps people from doing this. If you can handle yelling in any field or getting yelled at, your competition or your ability to withstand and acquire that job because nobody else can do it is much higher. And so go ahead and yell at me, please, somebody. I haven't had a yeller yet this morning out of 16 calls. Now, those are just numbers that I've dialed. I hope my number is not coming up as a spam. So on the Vulcan 7, hi, good morning.
Please leave your message for.
They didn't give me a name. Okay. Just do voicemail personal. So now I'm going to go ahead, since I have Michael's work, I've put them in this hot February. And if you go to the Google Meets link, and I'll upload this to the YouTube. So it'll be, I don't know, if you want to watch a bunch of hours of this, I will actually do highlights and show you the folders, how I create the folders and put these in here, because I think it's valuable to people to have a system that allows you to really weed out those that you can't connect with, and then have those that you know who you could connect with, and you want to hit the Pareto principle. You want to hit the 20% that's going to provide you 80% of the results. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and skip this contact because I've already loaded him in to that folder, the February hot folder. And this is a Crown Realty LLC. So they must have known their property has expired. Right now is expired. I mean, we can do for sale by owners, which again is a good market right now because we've got a shifting market. Month supply of inventory has increased, and we've got expireds. We've got more people putting their property on the market for sale. A lot of sellers in the past 3 to 4 months were pricing their property on the graph that was projected to be the same, going in the same direction as it's always been. And let me call it in here. And so those who, I'm a horrible multitasker. Tasker. Horrible multitasker. Those sellers who kept on that same graph and the expectations that their price was still under double a digit appreciation didn't sell their homes. And those are the ones really we're calling. So this is a realty company. I don't give them a whole lot of credence when I call. So okay. So we're just skipping the real estate company. They should know. I mean, if I was a real estate company putting my house on the market and expired, I'd probably be the one to put it right back on the market. So, makes sense. Well, for all of you that can read backwards or in the mirror, this is my grandpa cup. And
phone number 817-419-7085. Can't take your call right now. Please record your message after the.
We're just going to go ahead and drop a voicemail. Excuse me, we're not dropping a voicemail. We're just going to move it to the next one. But I have a button that says be impersonal on here. Yeah, don't let the age fool you. There's no age in Grandpa. I have a little granddaughter, and it's my stepdaughter who has a granddaughter, and she is a doll. I mean, she is so sweet. And so you can see that? Oh, nice. All right. You wouldn't think that, well, I wouldn't think I had a granddaughter, but it's cool. I don't know if she's laughing at me. I don't know. Nobody. Okay. Not a whole lot of laughing. My life has to be full of laughter. If you didn't laugh in my life, if you walked my shoes and didn't laugh, man, you'd just I'd feel bad for you.
Are you not on live?
I am on live. I am as live as you can possibly get for you.
On YouTube?
Yeah. All right, folks, come on, answer the phone. You got to be kidding me. We need some yellers. I don't get yelled at enough. I need some yellers.
Hello?
Hi, good morning, Miss Clark.
Yes.
Good morning, Miss Clark. My name is Thomas Miller. I'm the broker with Texas Grand Realty, and I noticed your home is no longer on the market. I'm calling just to see what.
Thank you.
Oh, it's sold. Well, congratulations. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. So, wow, we got one connect. Okay, so that's not the connect we want, but it is life. It's like walking on a lonely planet, and you run into somebody after years of walking. So I have a button here that says sold. And so I just put sold. It goes to the next one. It's dialing possible owner. And let's see if we can connect with somebody. So it won't when it says sold, it throws. I created where, and I'll go make another video of how to. In this video that I make, you'll be able to see the screen. That will show you how to change set the buttons up for automatic changing of the folders, and it's called it used to be called a disposition. Now they call it something else to make it simpler, because I think disposition, if you get over four or more syllables, you've got to change the word, because you'll lose 80% of the people.
Hello?
Good morning. This is Thomas Miller. Have I reached the owner of County Road 2627?
No, sir, you have not. You have the wrong number.
Oh, ma'am, I'm sorry. You have a good morning.
That's all right. You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye. So, I could have gotten yelled at if I was mean. I could have pressed her for selling the house she doesn't own. Bless you. Bless you. It's funny. My wife sneezes twice. It's like a religious sneeze. And if she sneezes more twice, she's got a virus. If she sneezes once, she has COVID. 3 times or more, it's just a cold. Oh my gosh. She never does that. She sneezed 3 times. This is crazy. The Lonely Planet is coming back. Lonely Planet. I don't know where the reference
Your
came
call
from.
has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 21457.
All right. So we're going to skip this contact. The tax said possible owner. Oh, this is on Grand Saline. They should answer, because not a lot of people work in Grand Saline. I really don't care where I call people. I'm just calling. If you have a city you want me to call in, I'll call. So I have my script for this is my main script.
Hello?
Hi, good morning, Miss Copeland.
No, this is your daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking. It looks like Miss Copeland was selling the property off County Road 1701, and I was wondering, is that still for sale?
You probably got the wrong Miss Copeland. You're probably looking for Trish Copeland. You got the wrong number.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my mother's Brenda Copeland. She don't own property there, but Trish Copeland does.
Trish, okay. You would happen to have her number, would you?
Trish or I don't actually. Hold on, just one second. It's probably. Are you looking for the house, the house and the acreage? Is that what you're looking at?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You don't happen to have Chelsea Copeland's phone number, do you? No. That's Trish's. We got Trish's, her mother-in-law. Trish, it's Chelsea and Travis, TJ Copeland is who's got the property for sale. I got the mother-in-law. They could probably help you.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
What's that number?
She's looking it up for me.
Oh, great. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. It's 903.
Okay.
804.
Okay.
3132. And this is Trish Copeland, and it'll be her son and daughter-in-law who actually have the property for sale.
Oh, perfect. Well, I really, really appreciate that. And if you're down there, stay warm.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye. It's freezing out here, so I don't know where anybody's at, but I am here in it's called Quinlan, Texas, and it was cold out here. We've got ice in different areas, but anyhow, so this is great, because what happens is I can add a number, and I'm going to go through these other ones, but this is something that New York City. Oh, nice! Wow. Well, I'm complaining about the cold. Forget what I just said. I can edit that out if you need. If we can find a number, and there's a way, sometimes we do like, it's not my house. I'm looking for the owner. And it depends about your inflection, and you can get other numbers that will be a direct dial into the seller, or that numbers that other people wouldn't have. Again, if you can get in an area where other people get pushed away, and you only have the cup of water in that lonely planet. I don't know why I keep going back to Lonely Planet, but maybe I had a bad dream last night. But if you can get the number, then that would be great. So let me give this a call. So I'm going to say I want to get provided by neighbor. It was just some random person that answered and knew her. That's the kind of town we live in, where it's like, yeah, the neighbor over the hill. Anyhow, let me see if I can let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put just hang up. It's going to call the next number. I'm going to see if I can actually get a hold of Chelsea or Travis, but that number will give us the mother-in-law to them. Okay. And hi, good morning, Miss Copeland.
Yes.
Good morning, Miss Copeland. This is Thomas Miller on the broker at Texas Grand Realty. And I noticed your home there off County Road 1701 is no longer on the market. I just had a question for you to sell.
My home, you said no longer on the market?
No, ma'am. It came up expired this morning.
Okay. No, I mean, yeah, it's still for sale, but I'll have to check with my realtor to figure out what's not on the market.
Okay. Is that Miss Kendall?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I know our contract went up a few months ago, so I just haven't renewed it with her yet.
Well, it looks like a nice home. What do you think stopped your home from selling?
Honestly, I don't know. We haven't seen many people even look at it, so.
Oh, gosh.
And the people that do love it, so, I mean, I really don't know.
Sure.
I think it was just when interest rates skyrocketed, it just kind of just shut down. We weren't getting hardly any views at all, so.
Yes,
I mean, I
yes.
probably showed house maybe 3 times in the last, I don't even know how many months.
Only 3 times. Wow. I mean, we've had a pickup in buyer activity for sure. Have you not seen any activity come across?
I was told that, but I haven't seen it. So.
Well, how did you pick Miss Kendall to sell your home? Was it a? How did you select Miss Kendall? Was it a reference, or was it somebody just that you knew?
Family friend.
Family. Okay. Well, let me ask you this:
we've had other property too. She sold our other property. She sold 315 acres for us, but this is just what's left of what we have to sell. So.
Okay.
And we broke it up 2 different ways because we don't have to sell all of it. So we tried to break it up to kind of be an interest to 2 different types of market. I have the house with 26 acres, and we had it listed for $825. And then I decided to offer the house with 5 or plus however many acres anybody would want, kind of appeal to a different market. But we didn't really get any what I would think as much feedback as I thought we would have. So, and we've been living here, so I've just been continuously doing improvements. We ripped down old barns, replaced them on other barns, and fixed top tents and painted top tents.
Oh, wow.
And I've continuously been cleaning the entire time. So it's strange to me that I'm actually considering fixing to build a pond in the back pasture. Because like I said, I don't have to sell all the land not in the pond. So I haven't really forced or pushed the issue.
Well, Ms. Copeland, I would love to apply for the job of selling your home. When do you plan on interviewing another agent?
I hadn't planned on it. Where are you out of?
Sure, I'm in Hunt County.
Hunt County. What would you say your name was again?
Sure, it's Thomas Miller, and I'm the broker at Texas Grand Realty. Have you heard?
I have a question for you.
Sure.
I haven't reached out to any realtors because she being a family friend and all, I don't want to offend her in any way.
Yep.
Which coincidentally is the reason I haven't renewed my contract yet.
Mm-hmm.
What additional things can a realtor do other than post on the same thing online? Because I know I'm being told that when your house gets posted on the market, it goes to all the same sites basically for each realtor. So what are you thinking that you can offer me as far as advertisement more than what she's done so far?
Sure, I would love to show you. We pay for additional marketing, and we spend about $2,000 a property to market a property. So I don't know if she spent any money to market it. If she's saying that it's just it goes everywhere that all the other realtors put it, then you know something. There's a red flag there. The other thing that we do is we bring in equipment that has 9 lenses on one piece of equipment. This is in addition to the high dynamic range photography that we use on your property, but it scans the entire property, improvement, a structure, a home, whatever, a barn, from floor to ceiling and the wall. And then it creates a complete 3D model. And I can show you estates that we've done with this technology. It's really cool. So what this does is allows for you have an emotional reason and a logical reason anytime you make a purchase. So an out-of-state buyer can emotionally become attached to your property. And if logically it makes sense based on price and the other properties that they've been looking at, then now you have interest specific to your property. And that's when those showings are much more important and a higher level of buyer than if somebody just sees a 2D picture on the MLS. And so we do a number of things that would. Mhm.
Yeah, well, but the issue that I've been having is we live in our home. We're currently building a new home.
Okay.
But I mean, so my plan is when this sells, and obviously I'm moving out. But
Sure.
A lot of the people that call, and I kind of asked her, I said, I need like a 24-hour notice minimum for showings, and majority of the people that call her want to see it within an hour or two, which is not realistic.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple that I'm like, okay, I can do it tomorrow, but I can't do it today.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they kind of walk away from the showing, which I don't really care, because like I said, I'm not in a position where I'm giving my house away or bending over backwards to these people.
Sure.
But,
sure.
But it is aggravating, because I was like, well, you know, you would think on the showing that, or the listing even, that, you know, we could put that out there, you know, to schedule a showing. I don't know,
Yes.
there's a couple different things. Also, the house is it's technically a 3-bedroom. Upstairs room that is listed as a bonus room. You know, I had made a comment before that I would like for it to be listed as a 4-bedroom.
Okay. Yep.
Because I know a lot of people that Google, you know, search for a 4-bedroom house, not going to look at a 3-bedroom house, period. So,
Yes.
the room upstairs is like I think it's like a 16 by 19 room.
Okay.
And it's currently being used as a bedroom. The only thing that prevents me from saying it's a bedroom is I don't have a framed-in closet. But I told her I could remedy that if that's the only way I can list it as a bedroom. I can throw one in.
Sure. Well, you know the
stipulations on that one year.
Yeah. So does it have an exterior window?
It does have an exterior window.
That's your bedroom. Most people and most agents get it wrong as well. That they say it has to have a closet. No, it's an exterior bedroom. That's why you cannot consider a media room, which is typically an interior room that has no windows, a bedroom at all, even if it has a closet. Yeah. Has to have an exterior window.
Okay. Well, I was curious because, in my opinion, you know, if I'm looking for a 4-bedroom house, I'm not going to look at a 3-bedroom house.
Absolutely.
I'm just not going to do it.
100%.
So I think that you know, this house is pretty big. So, you know, I knew that was one of the negatives that I didn't like about it, the way it was listed. But yeah, I mean, I reached out with her. I had her take new exterior pictures not very long ago, because of the improvements that I had done were drastic compared to what it was when I previously had listed it. So we did that not very long ago. And I was thinking, okay, we're going to, you know, put it on. And I asked her, so do we need to adjust the price? And she told me that she didn't think we need to adjust the price until after March, because she thought the price point was good on it. So just you looking off the pictures, knowing the area, seeing the house and stuff like that, because I'm assuming that you've looked at the ad. What would you think the house would be worth?
Well, it's hard. I'm like a buyer, right? I'm looking at 2D photography, and everything looks good on the 2D photography. Honestly, if it were me and just off the listing, and so I run my analysis off of data. So I'll have a market analysis and I'll have an appraisal analysis. And when I can dial those two in, the market analysis is really based on a price per square foot applied to your home, and an appraisal analysis is taking your subject property and going out a certain distance and finding other properties that are like with acreage. It's hard to do that way, but you can add improvements to it as part of the appraisal analysis. And so just off the hip, I would make sure that I had it at $799, just under $8, because I know the breaks that I get at $250,000, $100,000, $50,000, and $25,000 are important. And so I've had people put properties on at 800,000, and I kind of, not me, I don't, but I'm seeing that agents will do that. And it's just like, why? You're missing a whole break point of, I don't want anything, everything under, I want to see anything under 800,000. It's all I can afford. And so you miss that break point. I can show you exactly some of the things and bring the analysis with me if you're available on Friday. Would a time work for you Friday?
I don't know. I'll have to check with my husband before I commit to anything. This is like his really good friend's wife. So,
sure.
We don't make these decisions solo. We do them together. We have considered. That's the only reason we haven't renewed the contract.
Yeah.
But most of the realtors I know that are local talk, and realtors get really offended when you talk to other realtors. I know, because I've had a lot of local friends that you didn't list your house with me, and all of a sudden they culture me. I'm like, what the crap? So
yeah.
I've been very leery about reaching out to anybody to get information. Specifically for that point, I did plan on, in a certain point, talking about dropping it down to the $799, obviously to reach a different market, but because we're not getting any interest. Since we've had the house on the market, we've gotten 2 offers, and they were offers that I would never entertain.
Sure.
One was 6 and one was 650, and the person that came out, looked at the house and offered $650 actually came out to look at the house for 5 acres, but then decided that they had to have the barn and they needed another pond, but the way it cut it up didn't leave me with basically adequate road frontage to the remaining acreage behind the house. So
sure.
I was like, hey, we got options. If you have to have a barn, I'll throw it in the contract. I'll throw you up a barn. I don't care. I think I've got guys that could build a barn in 2 days, Don't let that be the deal breaker to buying the place. And they basically came back with an offer. Well, we just want the whole thing for $650, but on a contingency, we have to list our land. And I didn't even counter offer. But they did reach out like a week ago and say that they have their place listed on the market. They still love our place, and they're hoping that if they get an offer, they can make an offer on some of ours. So so it's just kind of a back and forth thing. I really don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't reached out to anybody to get any additional information, but I don't mind taking your information down and speaking with my husband about it. And if it is something that we decide to pursue, and she might have taken it off because she knows that we haven't re-signed a contract with it.
No, it automatically. It automatically
expired.
expired. It automatically expired on the 1st. So the contract went up, and it's very difficult to work with the 3 Fs, which we always called friends, families, and we don't associate them as fools, but that's just the last F. But it's hard because you can wreck friendships and families. And if you pick a fool, you can just wreck your life. But if you have friendships and families working in real estate, it is so tough because it's a lot of money. I mean, you're talking a big chunk of money that somebody is getting from a friend or a family member. And if they didn't work out or didn't do what it's very tough. So we always advise, it's hard for me to work with any family members. And if I do, I don't charge them anything. So we just don't do that.
I mean, in the past, I've just sold my property solo. I've never had to hire an agent. I just did it myself. But, with this, we got so much land and everything, and I was just like, I don't want to have to deal with the headache. So that's the only reason, I reached out and even hired a realtor to begin with. But
I'm
gonna take your information down.
Okay.
I'll talk to my husband about it.
What?
You said you're out of Hunt County. what's the name of
Yep.
the place you work at?
We work in Van Zandt County. It's just across the waterway from us. I mean, it's Texas Grand Realty, and I'm the broker
Okay.
here, Texas Grand Realty, and my name's Thomas Miller, and my number is 903 776 0700. And can I get your email, and I'll text you, or I'll email you just what our marketing strategy is, and you'll get a very good idea of what we do and why it costs us about $2,000 to market a property.
Okay. It's Chelsea Copeland. It's going to be CHELCI
Okay.
COPELAND 85
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. I will email you, and perhaps, if your husband, is that Travis? I see on the tax records.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If y'all come to an agreement, I mean, if nothing else, at least I can just offer you what would be another option, even if you didn't go with us. That say, oh, I didn't know these things actually happen in real estate, or this is how marketing works in real estate.
Yeah, because that's what I kind of asked her, and she's like, well, we all put it on the same thing, and I was like, well, are there other things to advertise, because I'm paying extra to reach out, because I had gotten a pamphlet in my mail of Texas properties that were like really nice, and there were some local, like Emory and stuff like that, places that were listed in it, and I was like, these are like really nice ranch homes, like I could pay for a spread in this magazine. She's like, well, we've done that before with another client, we didn't get absolutely no feedback on it. I was like, well, hell, I wouldn't mind putting it in there. I mean, like, I built this house myself. This is my own custom home. So, like, I would like keep the magazine just for myself. It makes me sick to sell my home. But, I mean,
that's great.
So, and then I finally got on Facebook even, and I was like, hey, what about these Texas horse backs? Because we've got like 25 horses here in my house right now. You pull up, it's like horses everywhere.
Oh, nice.
And I told her, like, what about these Texas horsebacks? And I
That's right.
sending her these two, like, okay, I just
Horse
posted
properties.
And she was like, well, you have to pay for this one. And we got a lot of good positive feedback. And I'm like, why am I having to ask her to do this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I know that there's other ways of advertising my house. It's just, I don't know how to do it, myself, because this obviously is not my profession, but I'm not kind of getting what I wanted feedback-wise on other options other than, hey, let's just put it on the same spot every other villager does.
No.
Because when you Google Grand Plain, Texas, and you pull up, like, you can't find my house unless you know the county road number is on. My house does not pull up.
So does she work with...
Where's your house listed?
Yeah. Does she work with buyers too, or is she just specifically a listing agent?
I don't know.
A marketing agent.
I guess she's just, I really don't know, because this whole time she has not shown the house at all. It's been other realtors that have called her. So when we had the property for sale, she did show it to a couple people. When we had like the 300 something acres for sale, she did bring some people out to show it.
Sure.
But I don't know. So I really don't know. But anyway, I'm not going to speculate, but obviously they're friends. But I'm kind of getting to a point now where on my other house, I got it in the dry, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this one to sell. This whole time I haven't been overly pressured. I'm like, I don't really give a crap. I'm living in it. Got to go through the holidays in it. But now I'm like, it's kind of getting to the point where, do I renew my contract, or do I try to find other ways? So yeah, definitely on the fence about what I need to do.
Well, let me give you some other options.
And I'll let him know.
Yeah, do that. Talk to Travis. I'll send you an email, and then I'll just be able to provide you some other options. Whether you like them with us or someone else, that's fine. At least you know that there are other things out there that will sell your home. And you're looking for not just in-market buyers, but you want out-of-market buyers. So you want those coming in from other states that are interested.
I really honestly would prefer it to be somebody out of state.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to be honest with you. The property that's beside me, which is not the reason I sold this place, never would have thought I sold this place. I sold this place because I had
an opportunity to buy more land, nicer land in Woods County, and decided to go over there and be closer to my other family and build. That's the only reason I built this place. Because we have like total, I think it was like 350 acres here with the house. But anyways, 75 acres beside me that I wanted to buy that I couldn't. I was just like, I'm not going to buy it. Well, it got bought by somebody who subdivided it and is basically selling out parcels. And
that's
mostly it's I don't really know how to say this without being super freaking tacky, but it's Mexican Americans, hopefully it's Americans. I don't know. Some of them might not even be legal because they don't have to have credit check. They don't have to have nothing to buy a plot. And they go in, pay a down payment, pay monthly payments, no credit check, no nothing. So it's getting to the point that the land beside us is, and it's fine right now, but I don't know what it'll be.
Oh,
10 years from
no.
now. You know what I mean?
So is this the house you're going to
So
move
it's
into? The house that the land that is next to the house you're moving into? Is it all contingent, close, attached to one another? Because my point is on
selling in the house.
right, you're moving into another house, right? That you want to.
Yeah, it's in a different county.
Oh.
300 acres in a different county.
Gotcha. Because we deed out no manufactured, etc. And you can put that in the deed. If you were living next to it, just like you don't want swine living next to you, you can deed that out. So I just wanted to find out if that's okay.
Yeah,
you're in a different county.
This is property
Gotcha.
that I wanted to purchase that to make part of the ranch, and I never did. And from Florida or somewhere bought it, and he came down and he just subdivided it out. So it's like I said, it's not a big deal. It's just what gets to me is these people that think they have $1 million budget on a $100,000 budget. And they're like, oh, I'm going to buy 20-some acres and not have any neighbors. You know, I'm like, okay, let's be realistic. You're buying a small plot of land with a house on it. So,
well,
I mean, honestly, the house itself, you know, it speaks for itself. I haven't had
it's a good looking home.
Negative on a home. Most of the time people tell me my home's immaculate when they come and they see it. So I'm not worried about the home itself. It's just the road's long, it's rough. I think that has a lot to do with killing the sale of the house. You know, they did a highline improvement on the far end of the road. It kind of roughed up the road on one end. So sometimes when people were bringing out people to show the house, they come down the further end of the county road instead of the shorter end. And they would go past all that construction and stuff. And I know that probably, which is done now, but of course the road, they didn't repair it. So the road's kind of rough. I think the road is a big buzzkill for it for the most part. And there is a highline in the pasture behind the house, but it's pretty far away. It doesn't bother me, won't bother everybody, but that's probably the only other negative comment. And then the barn that I tore down and cleaned off was literally, that was it. That's the only negative feedback I've gotten on this house. So,
well, your house should sell.
It'll sell eventually. I'm not
Yeah.
worried about that. It's just finding the right buyer. But my problem is, you know, I don't know if it is getting marketed enough. I don't think it's getting pushed enough.
Yeah, we need the emotional reason and the logical. So the emotional reason is getting your property put out to the buyers out of market, not just in the local Grand Saline market, but outside of that market, and that's in other states. And then modeling it so somebody could actually walk through the home and see the home and the land without being there.
I've seen the virtual 3D tours before, and I noticed that when she did it, she didn't offer that, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, because my mom had another agent that I've used before, which family friends. When she listed my mother's house in Omaha, they did the virtual 3D tour on it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've seen that on a lot of homes.
Yeah, this is some a little bit. It is similar tech, but the equipment is a little bit more because there's 9 lenses, and so they use it in commercial as well for detailing runs of, let's say, pipe or electric or whatever it may be. So they do some really neat stuff with this, and this will really highlight your home. But I'll send you some samples of it along with this pre-marketing so that you can see the highlights of what we do and how we can market your estate to sell, because that's what you need. It's
I would I'd really be interested on how you're planning on working it to out-of-state buyers too, because I think that's kind of a thing that I was kind of curious about, other than it just being listed on the main site and
Yes.
being targeted in out-of-state areas. Because that's when I asked her, she's like, "Well, I think she's with Remax. I'm not for sure. I don't even remember. That's how bad I am. Really haven't cared really, but
That part doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah.
They're that they have ties to doing out-of-state stuff, and that it's automatically done. Blah blah blah. So never know concrete solid. Yes, this is it. This is how it's done. So
I'll show you.
anyways, yeah, just send me over your stuff. I'll look at it. I'll talk over it with him. I've got your information. If it's something that he's interested in, I'll definitely call you back.
Great. And I'll follow up with you as well, just to touch base, because that's what we do. We have our Tuesday huddles, and we'll call all our clients and let them know and send them the data as what happened online with respect to their property and the adverts that we put out there. So you're going to get a lot of information that would just say, hey, this is what you need to do, or this is why it's sold. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Chelsea. Talk in the next day.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, ma'am. Bye-bye. Okay. So this is one, I kept it on longer than what I typically do. I did not take control of the conversation, but we are going to set this up in our appointments folder so that we can go back to it and send her the information. So I have a pre-marketing package that I like to send. It highlights the things that we do. And yeah, that was kind of long for the viewers. You see that I can say viewers instead of viewer. So I'm a viewer. So at least I have more than one viewer. So, but yeah, that's a good one. We'll close this one. All right. So, out of what? How many contacts do we have? 10. We've contacted 10 people and we've got one. So that's a 10% rate's not bad. And we do have to close it. So let's go to the next one, and I'll put some highlights on this so that we will be able to continue. Yes. Oh, thanks, Leslie. That's really cool. So this number, when you look at the Vulcan 7, if it's in an out of area.
We're sorry. The person you have called is currently unavailable.
No. Okay. And that just hung up. So we'll just hang up. It'll go to the next one. Looks like Jeanette is the other person on the tax records. It must be Miss Bryant, Miss Bryant. So we got the lady's email, which is great. We can send her information and we can follow up with her. Family and friends is tough to work with. I mean, you hear this all the time. Yeah, and it was a friend of mine, and you're going to pay him $24,000 because they're your friend. That to me is crazy. Nobody would build a bridge if the bridge didn't work because it's their friend. That'd be crazy. You don't want to get that harsh on them, but to me, it's crazy. No answer. Anyhow, are you online? Oh, gosh, I can't believe you can take my rambling for this long. Is that my Horned Frog shirt?
Morning, this is Darby.
Oh, good morning. This isn't Mr. Bryant.
No,
I'm sorry. I was looking for the owner at Maverick Street. Not you.
no.
Okay, sir. I appreciate your time this morning. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye. So that I will just delete. So I'll delete that number. And I'll put wrong person. So I set up all these buttons down here because it helps me. It just moves the system. It flows it a little bit better. And I can show you how to do it if you want to do the Vulcan 7. Vulcan 7 is pretty cool. I've worked with all of them, Red X and Mojo and Vulcan 7. Those are the main ones. Mojo is kind of out of the top 3 is probably the least one that I haven't done their data. I've only done their dialers, but I wouldn't do a 3-line dialer anymore because nowadays 3-line dialers, because you have, well, at least in the last 2 years, you got a lot of little pond of expireds and a lot of agents calling them. Everybody got their real estate license.
Hi, sorry I missed your call. Please leave a message and I'll call you right back. Bye.
Well, she sounded nice. I don't think she would have yelled at me. I need to yell at her. She didn't yell. She didn't have yelling in her voice. Don't let that fool you, though. It's a quiet yell. Well, if nothing else, at least I made you smile. Somebody this morning. Leslie and Tammy and all the rest that are future watchers. I'm going to do this Monday through Thursday. And because I think expireds, I don't really know of anybody who's just doing live expired calls. Maybe there is, but I've done these for a long time, and I'm not perfect at it, but I've done a lot of training from early years of Kinder Reese and Chris Curry systems and Corin Ferry systems. I mean, there's a lot of training, so a lot of the scripts are pretty much taken from the same thing, but you modify them a bit so that you have your own language. And then I just have them with me, even though I've done it for a long time, because, you know, I can get stuck. Something can interrupt me, and I can just get sidetracked. I do all the time. And I can get right back to a question. Oh, yeah. How'd you have to pick that last agent? Or, what do you expect from the next agent that you choose? Right? We're going to say, sell my house. Of course. Right. Have you already chosen another agent to work with? Well, I'd love to apply for the job. Right. So at least it can get me back on track, and I'll upload these scripts that I've modified. And then I have, there's some great training too on Vulcan 7 through Jim Chamberlain that I can get y'all on and send a link to as well, which he does. I think it's on Tuesday and Thursdays. But nobody does live stuff, and so that's what I wanted to do. And we'll see how this goes. Grandpa.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Morrison. Good morning.
No, are you calling about the house in Hearst?
Yes, sir, I am. Is that yours?
Yeah, it's my son-in-law, my daughter and son-in-law.
Yes,
The
sir.
listing ended, but the house is being sold on the 3rd. It's the weather. The listing should have ended on the 1st after close.
Gotcha. Yeah, we had another one closing supposed to yesterday, but the weather kind of delayed everything. So I appreciate you answering my call.
No worries.
I know.
All right, bye.
You have a good day, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye. Gosh, that's a lot better than somebody going, "You MF, don't call me again." Kind of cool. Let's skip this contact. That happened yesterday. I'll have to upload that one. I'll edit that and upload that, because I uploaded it to the no, I didn't do YouTube. I just did for I was creating another channel, but since I have some people that have kind of come through the Texas Grand Realty one, and I guess hello, yes, I'm calling about the property on Lowry Oaks Trail. Is that still for sale?
Someone just called about that.
Really?
And I said, we don't own property on Lowry Oaks Trail. Please don't call here anymore.
Oh my gosh. Well, if I can reach
We
that
had
person,
at
I'll
least
tell them not to.
6 or 8 phone calls this morning about that.
Is
We don't own it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Well, do you know who owns it? I would take that as a no, I think. I'm sorry for bothering you this morning. Well, maybe out of 6 of those 8, maybe 4 of them
Please leave your message
stopped calling.
8178.
So the next one's in line, instead of competing with 6 to 8 people, I'm only competing with 4. As we go down the line, it's a no. It's a emphatic no. You didn't capitalize no. No, with a lot of O's at the end. That is so true. Leslie, I'm glad you have a sense of humor. Thanks for joining me, because the only humor, most of my humor comes at laughing at me. It's my own. Perfect. That's great. So where are you an agent, Leslie? Since you can hear me, I can't believe I am shocked that you can't see my screen, can you? You've just heard me rambling this entire time. That's great. I am like I try to not talk much. EXP. Very good. You have a lot of people working under you? I've got some really cool that you may be interested in under EXP. No answer. All right.
Hi, this is the Google Assistant.
Nice.
Can I ask what you're calling about? Your answer will be recorded and a transcript will be provided to the person.
I'm just hanging up on that. When I have the button that I can hang up, it allows me to pause. It just doesn't jump to the next one. I don't leave recordings, especially. So I also went, hello?
Thank you for calling American Advisors Group. This call may be recorded for quality assurance purposes. Please.
So I don't advise calling. I don't leave any messages, because sometimes I'll inadvertently. Hello, yes, ma'am. I'm looking for Miss Fiore.
Speaking.
Miss Fiore, good morning. This is Thomas Miller, the broker at Texas Grand Realty. I'm calling about your property on Wheeler Drive. Is that still available?
You have the wrong number.
Oh, not the
I don't
right.
have a property on Wheeler Drive.
But you are Miss Fiore.
Well, there's a lot of us out there, but that's not anybody who I know.
Oh, gracious.
But I know that I don't have a property on Wheeler Drive.
Well, I appreciate you taking my call this morning.
You take care, have a great day, and I hope you find the person that you're looking for.
Well, there's not a lot of Fiores. I'm a Miller, so there's a lot of Millers. There's a whole phone
Well,
book of
they don't,
those.
it's what happens is a lot of people don't list their names and telephone numbers for public reach. It's because of all these phone calls that you end up getting that you don't need.
Yes.
But I wish you all the best. You
Thank
take care. Have a great day.
You too, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Amazing. I think I've hit like wrong numbers and none of them have yelled at me yet. It's like a record. I'm batting 1,000 for non-yellers. I tell you what, if I was looking, you only find the yellers when you're not looking for a yeller. So we were in, I think, Minneapolis on a daughter's volleyball tournament. And I had some food I was looking to give away, like on the streets, and I couldn't find anybody on the streets. I said, "Is nobody like on the streets that is hungry?" And they said, "Put it on the trash can, and somebody will come by and pick it up." And so I did, and another volleyball dad went by and picked it up and ate it. No, that's not true. Could have been, but it wasn't this time. I won't name who it was. Not on the recording. Wow. So,
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
let's see.
Beverly Hornet is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
So we've only gone through 16 of these contacts. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think that Minneapolis had any like homeless people at that point. I was amazed. I was like, I mean, people have to do what they have to do when they're in situations they're in situations, but I was shocked. And then because I've never had a lack of success, it seems, in this day and age to run across a homeless person in a city. And this time I had a thing of food and I couldn't find one. I was shocked.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice messaging system. 6822404.
Yeah. This could be bad. Like live recording in my mouth. Yeah, I have to be very careful because I try to speak softly in kind words, but I am I do tell life, like I talk life as life is. That's how I say it, and sometimes I think that can get me in trouble.
Thank you for calling. For service, please press 1.
That's a bad number. Like, I don't know if it's okay to say bum anymore. Like, I have to like figure out what word I should say.
Your call has been forwarded
Like
to an automatic
hungry
voice
person. 'Cause I'm sure they're
messaging
hungry because I've been hungry before and it stinks.
6822404.
Really bad.
612 is not available. At the tone, please record your.
Well, all right. Leslie, have you ever used a dialer, Vulcan 7, or any of the other Mojo, Red X? Have you used any of those for expired or for sale by owners? The reason I type, I'm going to have a better setup here. This is like archaic.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Hi, is this Mr. Allen?
Yes, sir, it is.
Good morning, Mr. Allen. This is Thomas Miller, and I'm calling about your property on High Country Trail. And it looks like it came up expired this morning. Are you still looking to sell?
It looks like what expired this morning.
Your home on High Country that you had for sale, and the listing came up expired.
Oh, the listing came up expired. Who are you?
My name is Thomas Miller, and I'm the broker at Texas Grand Realty.
Okay, yeah, no, we're not interested. I appreciate it though.
You're not interested in selling? I think the guy was in a dream. I dreamed the other night a realtor called me. Is not interested. So I couldn't get through that. I woke him up. So I really didn't go through the script on that one. That was really bad. Next one, we're going to do some role play. I totally got off on that. That was bad. That was a fail. I should have gone in. Why do you think your home didn't sell? You know, if I had a buyer, would you be interested in selling? You know, if you know my buyer were interested in your home, would you still want to sell it? Something like that. And I didn't. He lulled me to sleep. No, okay. So outside of when I was doing open houses, when I first started out, expired and for sale by owners were like they started to be they impacted my business really well, positively. And so, yeah, I would love to be able to show you, some of the ways that, I mean, I like, that's $800,000 listing. I mean, today, so I worked for an hour and a half, right? And yeah, there's 200 and some. Usually in the past, there's only been like, sometimes you'd open up a day and there'd be like 3. And I'm talking about all over the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And, but now there's a ton. And then there's so many that did not sell their home in November and December. They're looking to start listing it in March. The opportunity to be able to pick up listings is phenomenal right now. So, I can certainly help you on this if you're interested, because
You've reached the mailbox for Carrie McClish. Please
Oh,
leave a message. I'll
okay.
get back with you as soon as possible. Thank you.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
okay, so let me see. I'm at timestamp. And what this one does that I don't like, at least on the Vulcan 7, is if it's the last number, it automatically goes into the next contact. So I want to make sure that her voicemail's full, so that I'm glad it's not recording me. But I wanted to make sure that this is one that I would put into the expired hot February. So, and I know that number, and I can actually delete the number. And so now I have one number in here for Carrie, and most agents are not going to call them more than once. It's just not going to happen. And if we hit these sellers, 3, 4, 5, 6 times and send something out to them. I also have her email here too. I think that's it. It says acegutter@gmail.com. I don't know if that's hers or not, but your chances, the fortunes to follow up, your chances of doing this are so much greater. I also use Follow Up Boss, which is a great system for contact management, and you can really schedule events and tasks to follow up. They can be automated, send out an email, send out a pre-marketing, just a touch letter of something that happens in the month. And it can schedule you to call. Any CRM really can do that now, but I just like Follow Up Boss. So I'm going to change her, and we're just going to just hang up and see, it goes straight to the next one. Well, you can't see it, but I'm telling you it does. But yeah, if you really, if you just go down the script, I'll see if I can get an answer. I'll just see if I can go right down the script. I've hired ISAs who just read the script, right? And then they start putting a little bit of inflection, an upswing or a downswing when necessary. So I do have when to put an upswing and when to put a downswing. This one I didn't because I've taken it out. But I do have scripts that have the upswing and downswing. So upswing is more of a soft, like, I'm not sure what I'm doing. And a downswing is like, hi, good morning, Miss Arredondo. Did I get that right, Heather?
I think you have the wrong number.
Oh, so you're not the owner on Rosebud Drive, are you?
I'm not Heather Arredondo, and I don't know where Rosebud Drive is. You have the wrong number, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Thanks. So upswings and downswings. Hello. Maybe they heard the upswing and downswing. Maybe they get a little. But anyhow, it's really good if you're trying to make a confident or a impactful statement. So if you say, I'm looking for the house on Rosebud Drive. I'm looking for the owner of Rosebud Drive. Do you know who that is? As opposed to, do you know who that is? Yeah, there's a complete difference in your upswing and downswing. And so I have a script actually that I marked all the upswing and downswings. And then also when you do your upswings and downswings, if you're doing a downswing, so like pound your hand, it's like, Do you know who the owner is? Anyhow, I will provide all those scripts, and yeah, I think we'll be able to. I'm not getting a lot of answers right now. What I might do is I might come back on in the next 30 minutes because it's 9:30. So I might come back on in the next 30 minutes, change the number because I don't know if it's coming up spam or not. My caller ID, I don't know if you see it, but I can change it 903-412-2193. So you can change your caller ID, and sometimes if you use these quite a bit. Oh yeah. Thank you. I'm going to do this tomorrow and then come back on Monday, and I will leave some links in there. You are the lone wolf, and I really appreciate that, Leslie. That's really cool. I'm just gonna try to, roll with this and see what happens. And you're awesome. Thank you very much, and have a great day. And I look forward to talking with you and hearing your voice too. So I'll get this all set up so that I can hear everybody too. Okay. Bye, Leslie. I'm going to finish up 2 more minutes.
Welcome to Memorial University Medical Center.
All right.
Hello, you've reached Zachary Velasquez. Please go ahead and leave me your name and number, and I.
Bye, Leslie. Oh, was it not still on? I thought I was on Google Meets too. Oh, doggone it. Oh well. Now I get to talk to myself. I thought I was on Google Meet still. Shoot, doggone it. Let's see, calendar. I got one. I gotta get another. It's like, Come on, Mary. You be the one.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 2-1.
It's at 9:30. I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to have to find a way to share my screen. Because my Gmeet calendar, or the Gmeet cut off as well. So I don't think I was recording my screen. Oh, wait. I am recording. Has access to the site. Oh, I am still recording. Okay, so I can. Okay, good. I'm still recording. Nobody actually in the room. I just act like there is. I just look over and I talk like there's somebody standing there. There's nobody online, and I act like there's somebody online. I act like I'm talking to people. I should act like there's a crowd out there. And by the way, there's nobody around. Say something. She's real.
Where you going?
Figment of imagination came to life. Oh, my chat? I don't know how to know. I know. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Call this last contact. Megan in Bedford. Oh, she's gotten hammered today. but she hasn't gotten hammered for an hour. So she got hammered at 8. This will be the last one. And I'll turn everything off. I'm going to have to actually edit the last conversation that I had with that lady.
Yes, you definitely 100% are going to have to edit that because she did not know she was being recorded and she wouldn't have said any of those things that she said.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. But, oh my gosh.
You need to
So,
take her
hold
name
on a
off
minute. Hold on a
there.
minute. Hold on a minute. You're right.
County that she's in, take that off. I mean, you can have
Wait
a
a minute, wait a minute.
conversation, but you got to take that stuff off.
Wait a minute. You're right. Dang it.
Because people do not like.
You know, it's being recorded, right?
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you, like, this is official. Your
This is a
official
one-way
warning.
state.
The official warning that you need to take that down.
Hello?
Hello?
Eric, hi, good morning.
Yeah, who's this?
This is Thomas, a broker at Texas Grand Realty, and I'm calling about your Royal Oak Drive property. Have you sold that home yet?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, we're not. This is off the market though.
It is. So if my buyer wanted to purchase it, you're not going to sell it?
No, like that, it's off the market. We're not even considering it right now.
Okay. Would you rent it?
Not right now. We should just,
Gotcha.
we just got some other plans for it.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, I'll check back with you. I like the house, though. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, so at least I was able to get somebody. So I should have asked him, right? Well, what do you think stopped your home from selling? And what are you going to do with it? Where are you going to move to? He's already, well, I saw in his tax records that he lives in Haltom City at another property on Parkview, and he's trying to sell the Royal Oak Drive property. So, but I wasn't really expecting, all of a sudden this thing came green. So I'm making excuses for myself, Eric, but this is the one that I'm going to put in hot for February. And that's the last call I'm going to make today. Gosh, there are 200 and some today. Isn't that crazy of what's going on? Okay. So we are going to do that, and we're going to save. Okay, skip contact. Okay. And then we're going to skip contact, and then we're going to end dial. Okay.
Goodbye.
All right, that's it. Well, thank you. If whoever stayed on if you actually watched this recording for an hour and a half, bravo, man. You're better than me. I'm going to be back tomorrow, and yes, y'all have a great day, and let's go sell some cards.